I just watched this DygoKnight video about Eida and I don't really agree. Eida has her flaws for sure, but his video just seemed like he didn't understand her character. I think this is a great opportunity to respond to his video, but also just talk about Eida in general and why in my opinion she's not the F tier character some people have decided that she is. I think the reason why DygoKnight hates Eida so much is because he keeps looking at her, a non-combat character, from a combat perspective. Let me give an example. One of the points he made was to compare Eida's power with Obito from Shippuden. Eida has her Shinjutsu, being able to see everything and everyone around her turning into Sanji, and Obito has Kamui, one of the most hacks powers in all of Naruto. So this is what he said.
Kamui was an extremely overpowered ability in Naruto Shippuden, but it was very interesting to see battles with it and Obito using it, or even Kakashi when he had it. Phasing through things is extremely powerful, but there were ways to counter it. There were strategies you could employ to tag and even harm Obito when he was phasing through things. And with Eida's ability to charm everybody, it's not engaging because nobody can attack her. The attacks are completely useless unless you're no Tsutsuki. There's no strategy, there are no further layers to the ability. It's just a stupid ability that works when it can and it doesn't when it cannot.
The problem with that is, Obito's goal can only be achieved by fighting. So Kamui has a disadvantage in combat, making it possible for other protagonists to fight against him. However, Eida's goal isn't like that. Her goal is just to have a regular relationship with someone who isn't affected by her Shinjutsu. The disadvantage is that there are only two people, excluding Deamon, who she can have a regular relationship with. I would 100% agree with the idea that Eida's powers are boring and badly written if they were given to any other antagonist in the series. Give Eida's powers to Obito, and he literally just wins. With no resistance. It would be boring and he would be the worst antagonist in all of anime. Or the second worst, actually. Instead of that, they gave those powers to Eida because they don't make her life any easier. Her ability is basically, you can win any fight, but you lose the ability to have a regular relationship with the people around you. This would be great for Madara, Obito, or Kaguya, but this isn't a worthwhile trade for Eida, because yet again, her goal is to have those regular relationships. The issue arises when you look at her from a combat perspective. You wouldn't realize that this seemingly OP ability is actually terrible for her, so it just looks like she's some Mary Sue character. Instead of looking at Eida, who doesn't fight for combat disadvantages, just look at Deamon. He does all of Eida's fighting and also has extremely broken powers, but just like DygoKnight wants, that power has a clear disadvantage. He can only reflect physical attacks if he puts his hand on someone. So, if you're fighting him, as long as you avoid him touching you, boom, you've beaten the overpowered power. The writers clearly understand that just like Kamui, broken powers have to have combat disadvantages if a character is going to fight. But anyway, let's get back to Eida. DygoKnight also emphasizes that Eida's powers are stupid because they're passive. They don't consume chakra and they will work forever, no exceptions. He thinks that's bad because, quote, imagine if Obito's powers were passive. So let's say the writers take Eida's advice and nerf Eida's powers, meaning she can only use them for 1 hour at a time before running out of chakra. In that situation, it looks like a nerf. She can only control people, or rather have people enchanted for a certain period of time. It looks like a nerf, it looks like she's gotten weaker, but that actually helps Eida. If she could turn these powers off, she could talk regularly with people and just have a normal life. And that's why Eida isn't a Mary Sue. Emerisu uses their OP abilities to get everything they want way too easily. It would be like if Sasuke appeared in the war arc with a magical new ability. Now he has the power to defeat Madara and Kaguya just by thinking about them. It would be overpowered, and he would achieve his goal without any real effort. Eida cannot be that, because her powers, despite being OP, don't make achieving her goals any easier. They stand in direct opposition to them. I don't think Eida's character is perfect. Her lovey-dovey stuff with Kawaki can be really annoying, and she does look like a human version of Twilight Sparkle. But the criticisms in this video are just not correct. If you're going to criticize a character who is flawed, I feel like you should at least understand their character first. But anyway, that's all for this video. If you liked it, leave a comment. This was my first video, so if people like it, I'll make more.